Women lose their value after 25. 1. Her beauty starts declining. After 25, a woman's skin, body tightness, and freshness slowly fade. The young and fresh glow that men crave starts disappearing. Most women hit the wall between 25 and 30. Okay, so bro. So, what do you mean women lose their value after 25? That just really mean. Like, you mean that after 25, we're not worth being around anymore? Like, so what about all the women who are like in their 30s, 40s, 50s? So are they just chopped liver to you? So they don't have any value in society? Bro, are you Delulu? And what do you mean about beauty starting to decline? No. After 25, what ends up happening is that a woman gets prettier. No, the woman's skin does not decline. The freshness does not fade. Because women get prettier, okay? I swear, all of the most beautiful women I've ever seen are usually 26, 27, or 28 years old, or even 33. So this has no base reality. You're just taking stats out of your ass.
Her sexual market value drops fast. At 18 to 24, she gets maximum attention from high-value men. After 25, the same men start preferring younger girls. Her options become limited. She brings more demanding but brings less. She wants more but offers less. The mismatch makes her less attractive for marriage.
Okay, from my experience, yes. I am in the 18 to 24 age bracket and I am female. Do I get maximum attention from high-value men? Yeah. I mean, like, indeed, I have. You know, like, it's insane. There's a lot of attention, you know, even though I'm not particularly attractive, you know, just because I'm a woman, I'm white, and I'm in that age group. But does that mean anything? No. Guess what? Because I dated, like, I don't know how many men, like at least 20 guys from 18, 19, 20, 21. And the thing is, I just rejected all of them because you know what? I wasn't ready to be with someone. I wasn't ready. I didn't want to be with anyone because I genuinely couldn't handle, like, a relationship. I wasn't old enough. I just couldn't do it. So after 25, the same men start preferring younger girls. Well, guess what? Good for them. Let them because after 25, that's when our brains finally work, and that's when we can finally date. So good. So if those same men don't want to date those 25-year-olds, they're gonna try to date younger girls like me, and then we're gonna end up rejecting all of them. Because if a guy dates a younger girl, we're not going to be very committed, okay? That's just the reality. We're not going to be very committed to you. We're trying to get through college. We're trying to get a job. We're trying to just breathe and get our foot in the door. And we're just little girls. I mean, sure, we're over 18, but I think that is actually creepy, you know? Because, like, I think that's like child. I think you're trying to date a child. Like, that's wrong. You should date, like, a woman who's over 25. I've told guys, like, you know, don't date me. Date someone your age. You know, I'm way too young.
She becomes more demanding but brings less.
Well, guess what? She wants more because she's not young and naive anymore. She wants more because she knows that things cost money. She doesn't want to just spend her life with a jerk. You know, she knows that everything's on the line here. She knows the high stakes. So she's aware of it. So, of course, she becomes more demanding. And in fact, she brings more. She brings more beauty. And she brings less drama. More beauty and less drama. You say she brings less beauty and she brings more drama. No, she is prettier and she is not as dramatic.
Fertility window is closing. A woman's best fertility years are 18 to 28. After 25, it starts declining. Men who want children feel the pressure and often choose younger women.
No, that's not true. In fact, it's not. We can't get pregnant when we're 22. Okay, it doesn't make any sense. We can't. Okay, our bodies are too small. We can't handle it. We can't handle the pain yet. We're not ready to become moms yet. In fact, our own moms don't want us to be moms. You know, my mom would kill me if I had a kid, and I'm already 23. So we have to wait until we're old enough to be moms. So that means, like, I don't know, late 20s or something. I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with being a mom early. But that's not even the point. Why are you objectifying women and saying that's our best fertility years? Like, are you just being with a woman just to have children? Like, if you don't love a woman and you just want kids, then why don't you just not have kids then? Not have a woman, because you obviously don't deserve to have kids. So you don't deserve it. So you think that after 25 it starts declining? No, women can have children well into their 30s. Fool.
Final warning, if you ignore this, you'll pay with sleepless nights, financial strain, emotional exhaustion, and a woman who will never fully belong to you. Do not rationalize, do not justify, stay clear, protect your peace, protect your bag, protect your legacy.
Okay, yes, exactly, please do so. Please protect your peace, protect your bag, and protect your legacy. Do not date any of us. We do not want you. Women, we do not even want you. Guess what? Because there's so many guys out there, you know, that we don't care. I mean, like, there's more men looking for women than there are women looking for men. There's even more sperm donor guys looking to donate than there are mothers looking to have children. So, you know, sure, go ahead, boot yourself out so that we can find someone else. I mean, you're so replaceable. You know, I can find someone else, easy.
Women will destroy you if you don't understand to read and lead them. My ebook, Female Psychology Decoded, rips apart the comforting lies you have been fed and exposes the brutal truth 99% of men are afraid to hear. Grab a copy for free, link on bio. Learn female nature or be discarded and forgotten. Ignorance of female nature, a death sentence for modern men.
Oh, okay, so this is a sale. Oh, it was a sales pitch all along. It was a promotion. Oh, he's trying to sell. He's trying to make money. He's trying to make money off of desperate, pathetic dudes. That's what he's trying to do. Oh, so he's just making up all this fake information. Like, oh, I don't know. I mean, what are the brutal truths that 99% of men are ready to hear? Here are the brutal truths that 99% of men are free to hear from a woman, not a man. So, this is the truth. We do not want you to ghost us. We do not want to play games. We don't have to have sex before marriage. Okay, that's the main thing. We don't want to play around. And we don't want to waste our bloody time. Because if you're gonna just play games and you're just gonna lead us on, or, you know, we're not gonna do it. And what we don't like is when you put your needs before ours, and you basically just, if you're a man and you think that we're gonna move across the country for you, and we're gonna do everything for you, and we're gonna leave our family, leave our home city, leave our home state, or leave our things in order to go to you, you're in delusion. So that is the brutal truth 99% of men are afraid to hear. Not whatever crap this guy is saying, because don't trust him. He's a guy. He doesn't understand women at all. See, look at what he said about us before. He doesn't have any clue. In fact, I think he's just going to be single for the rest of his existence. Stages of women life. 0 to 2, 3 to 12, 13 to 18, 19 to 25, 26 to 35, 36 to 55, 56 plus. I mean, this is really stereotypical. No, that's not how most women are. Okay, so inside the women's silhouettes are like these objects that people associate with that time period that a woman is in her stage of life. So, no. Basically, no. That's not really how it works. I mean, like, I don't wear a lot of lipstick, and I'm in the 19 to 25 years range, and you don't see me with lipstick. You don't see me with TikTok. You don't see me with nail polish or sneakers. No. You know, is this really what they think women are? Is this really how shallow they are? I mean, like, the entire time, why can't we just have... Look, it's just the Holy Spirit. Look, if I could just erase all of this and just put the Holy Spirit in every single one, because that's what's in me, that's what's in us as women. The God is inside our hearts, no matter how old we are. So instead of having all these superficial worldly things, why don't we put the Holy Spirit in there? You know, like, just put the Holy Spirit and it's equal. You know, every single stage. So, I don't know how superficial can you possibly get? No, we're not like that. We're not all like that. Stop saying that we're all superficial and materialistic. You clearly don't know women.
A woman's life ends at 28. A man's life begins at 28. Few will understand this. Even fewer will admit it. Period. At 28, most women are burning out. Wrinkles, body count, and baggage. She's used her beauty, now she's losing it. Meanwhile, the man she rejected at 22 is now climbing. Money, muscles, maturity. He's just getting started.
Okay, so, no. Okay, first of all, as we are all aware, I look 14 years old. And I am 23. And I look like I'm a child. So, obviously... I am 23, right? So, I am supposed to be using my beauty. But the thing is, I still look like I'm in high school, or even that. So no, at 28, I will be much, much prettier than I am now. Because I will be older, my baby fat will go away, and I'll be prettier, and I'll be more mature, more confident. You know... The women who are the most beautiful that I've seen are usually 26, 28, 33, 32, and they're gorgeous, okay? They're not... At our age, when we're long like this, we look like little cute cherubs. Like, we literally look like children, the little teenage girls. You know, so... I don't know what's wrong with these men. If you will understand this... What? No! Well, you know why few understand this, because you're making it up on the spot. That's why no one understands it. A man's life begins at 28? No. Well, you see, you're being bad against men too. Men's life starts at 0 and women's life starts at 0 too. Men can have a great life before they're 28 and women can have a great life after 28. Who made you the authority on this subject? And at 28, most women are not burning out. Most women are in their peak earning years, their most beautiful self, and they have their best personality. You know, they look very young still. They look very youthful. Sometimes I can't even tell. No, they don't have wrinkles. Wrinkles happens around like 50. 33. That's I met a lady who's like 32, and she's the most pretty lady I've ever seen. And she's 32 and she's gorgeous. And why would we care about the man we rejected at 22? We don't care. We don't want to be with him anyway. You know, let him live his life. We don't care. I mean, we haven't used our beauty. Beauty is not something that can be used and then lost. It just stays there. It's on your face. It's in your face. You can't lose beauty that quickly. You know, it's not like a good where like, oh, I eat like a bunch of yogurt and then all the yogurt's gone. No, it's there. It's a removable resource. You know, that doesn't make any sense.
A woman's value is front-loaded. A man's value is back-loaded. She peaks early. He peaks late. That's why she parties in her 20s and panics in her 30s. That's why he suffers in his 20s and dominates in his 30s.
Okay, so again, I'm just going to remind everyone. I look like I'm 14. I'm 23. I'm 23 years old. People think that I'm a teenager. People think I'm in high school. One kid even asked me if I was going to 5th grade. Okay, and that was when I was 22. Is my value front loaded? Heavens no. I'm gonna look prettier later. A man's value is backloaded. Yeah. I mean, like, a woman's value is also backloaded. You know, both of us have backloaded. She peaks early? No. Who told you this? Women my age are always just girls. We're just girls, okay? We just want to hug. We just want to cuddle. We just want to have our plushies. You know, we just squeal. We're just girls. We're just fun. You know, we don't become serious until we're a little older. And men, yeah, they peak late too. See, everyone does. That's why she parties in her 20s and panics in her 30s. I'm not partying. I'm in my 20s. Do you see me go party? I don't see any women go party my age. I don't see any of them go party my age. No, none of us do. All of us are sensible. None of us go to bars. None of us party. They're all really nice. They're all sweet. And they're all very good people. And they're not inappropriate or party or anything. And nobody panics in their 30s. Look, the women don't panic in their 30s. They are the most effortless, confident women ever. Like, they are the most effortless. Like, they literally just dominate rooms. They are far from panicking, okay?
That's why he suffers in his 20s and dominates in his 30s.
Yes, that's true for men, too. You know, a lot of men suffer in their 20s and dominate in their 30s. Like, I have a lot of guy friends. And they've gone through a lot, too. I don't want to hate on men. They've gone through a lot. But you're fetishizing their struggle as well. So when my guy friends got laid off, they struggled to find girlfriends, you know, they got kicked out of their apartments. So you're fetishizing their thing, too. I don't think you're being fair to either gender.
Women chase time, men build through time. Different races, different rules. She gets attention for existing. You get power by evolving, so let her fade. You rise. 28 is not your end, it's your launch pad.
Oh, wow. So it was made by an incel then. So it's like Alexander Pope. You know, when Alexander Pope was proposing to Mary Montagu, asking her out, you know, because she was pretty back then. This was like in the 1700s. Mary Montagu laughed to his face because he was so ugly anyway. And he got so bitter, he ended up writing stuff like this against women and against her because he was so upset that she rejected him. Like, his big male ego was burst. So this guy, too, he probably got rejected from some woman, too. So now he's really, really bitter and lumping all the women together. So he wants the woman to fade and the men to rise, and that's not exactly what happens. What ends up happening is that the good men and women rise together, and the bad men and women fade. And to judge by the looks of it, he looks like one of the bad ones that will fade. So 28 is not your end. Yes, that's true for women and men. So basically, we don't have a different race. We don't have different rules. As women, we don't chase time. No, we don't. We're completely happy with the time. Not male men build through time. A lot of them are just foolish and just sitting around as couch potatoes. So just getting stats out of your ass, asserting facts out of your ass just because you're bitter, just like Alexander Pope. I'm surprised that Mary Montagu isn't here right now.
Women will destroy you if you don't understand them. If you can't read them, you can't lead them. If you can't lead them, you get played. Most men learn this after they've already lost. Learn female nature or stay replaceable. My ebook, blah 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 blah, destroys the comforting lies you've been fed and reveals the brutal truths that work with women. 4,000 plus men read it. Most wish they'd found it sooner. Get your copy, linked in bio.
And then here we are again. Another promotion. Another pitch. Oh my gosh, this is another sales pitch designed to get desperate, horny, pathetic men out their wallets. It's gorgeous. It was all because he just wants to make money off of male suffering. That makes sense. He's not trying to help the men. He's trying to make the men bitter so that the men get by his stuff. That's what's going on. And why do men have to lead us? We don't need a man to lead us. We're good. We're all good. We don't need a man. I mean, I know they say that and I know they make fun of that, but it's actually real because I don't think we really need men to I mean, like we could just have kids on our own. We can just do things on our own. We can make money on our own. If we want a man, that man has to actually contribute something to us. He has to actually make something easier in our lives. He has to actually be a good guy, And so it's actually that now every man is replaceable until proven otherwise. I mean, there's so many men out there, like I said, that if I don't like you, I could just simply just get a different one. Like, it's just, you guys should just really notice that you guys are the more abundant side, and we as women are the more, there's less of us, I guess, in the looking for dates. The majority of women are already paired up. So the few of them that are single, like me, a lot of the times you don't even want anyone. So you guys are just gonna just waste your time running around, and you're gonna try to be all assertive and confident with women, but since we just reject that, then we're gonna end up just being by yourself. Good luck being single forever.